Hello, today we're going to talk about interpreting the slope of a linear model. A linear model is a function that when you graph it is basically a straight line. So when you do a linear model, you're using the slope-intercept form. Which gives you exactly what it says. So y equals mx plus b. The m is your slope. Your rise over run, your rate of change. The B is your y-intercept or your initial value or your starting point. So when you're doing what this one is basically word problems. When you're doing it, you need to understand what actually slope is. So slope is how something changes, like the price of something. So if I say it's $5 per orange you buy, bag of oranges you buy, all right? So for every bag of oranges I buy, it's gonna go up $5. So that would be y equals 5x, all right? Now if I said I already spent $20 at the store, so that would be my initial value or my starting point. That is how much I already spent. I want to know how much I'm going to spend altogether. So I spent $20, but now I'd spend $5 per bag of oranges. All right, so how much did I spend if I buy 3 bags? Man, my allergies are messing up me bad. So y equals, and that's basically it. So how it changes is the 5, the amount of money. The x is just how many it's going to change. All right, this is my first example of word problems. So I have 2 different word problems, well, 2 equations here. The only difference is this has a positive slope and this has a negative slope. And how I can write this is if I had a story, the story that was given is you are 2 miles away from your house. All right. Now, if I want to keep running away from my house more, so for this one, say I'm 2 miles away from the house. That's for both of these. How do I know that it's for both of them? Because that's my starting point. My starting point is my y-intercept. I'm starting 2 miles away. Now, for my slope, this one is positive. So what does that mean? I'm already 2 miles away, and every time I'm going to increase that distance by 0.1. That means I am running, you can say 0.1 miles away from home per minute. So we'll say the x is minutes. All right? So my slope is how much further I'm getting away from home every minute. Now, if I have the negative one here, that changes what this whole thing means. So for this one, I'm 2 miles away from home, which is the 2 there. And this is saying I'm running 0.1 away from home per minute. Now, if my slope is negative, what that means is I am running 0.1 miles to my house per minute. All right, because it's negative, that means I'm getting closer and closer back to the house. So if I were to graph this, and I'm saying 0 down here is my home, all right, and I'm starting 2 miles away. So I'm running 0.1 back every minute. That is negative until I get back home. This one over here is saying I'm 2 miles away from home. Home is still here. And I'm running away from home per minute. And there you go. That's the difference when you're talking about a positive and a negative. Negative means you are going back to where you need, or you're losing money or something like that. Another common one for this is an arcade. You start with $2, and every minute you're there, you lose 25 cents until you are out of money. This is more gaining. So I have $2. I work this. I get paid $5 an hour, and I'm gaining money as I work. All right, here's another example. So this time over here, we're talking about flowers and profit. All right, so the scenario is on Valentine's Day. I want to know how much profit I make. All right, so this is saying I initially, because this is our beginning value or start value, initially it's negative 50. So that means I'm in the hole $50, or I spent $50 to get ready, to get product, or in this case, flowers. So I'm already spent $50 for all of these flowers. Now, how many do I have to sell to break even or something like that? So then X is your slope, which is the number of flowers sold. So, how many flowers do I need to sell to where I start making a profit? All right. So, to start making a profit, my Y would have to be 0, and then I just solve from there. Add 50, add 50. 50 equals 3x, divided by 3, divided by 3. X equals 1, 16.7. So I have to sell about 17 flowers before I start making a profit in this case, because my initial value I was $50 in the hole. So now I come over here, man, with allergies just acting bad. Distance over time. So this is my beginning or starting value. So that's my distance, that's my time. So that means I'm starting 20 miles, say miles, away from where I started. All right, so say we started driving this morning. We got up, we drove 20 miles. We stopped to get gas or something to eat. Now, if we drive 45 miles an hour, and that's this, so 45 miles per hour, and the X is my time, so that's my slope. How long will it take us to get there if it's supposed to be, we have to drive 400 miles. So then you get 45x plus 20, you get, subtract the 20, subtract the 20, 380 equals 45x, divided by 45, divided by 45. But that doesn't really matter, because all you're trying to do is just read what this equation means. And this is about time and distance. If you were to graph it, it looks something like this. You would start at 20, and you would just go up. If you're doing this one over here, you would start down here. There you go. And that's how you do those. All right, this has been interpreting the slope of a linear model. Hope it helped.